Hi, Gil Cargill here. Thanks so much for the interest you've shown in my Sales Coach training program. In the next 20 or 25 minutes, I'm going to present and answer the frequently asked questions that prospective coaches have shared with me. I hope to answer all of your questions, but just in case I don't, feel free to contact me at 310-447-4102. You and I can chat and we'll talk about your particulars. But let's get going. Now, I assume you're a man or woman that's looking for an opportunity to take your resume and turn it into wealth. And that's exactly what becoming an independent sales acceleration coach will do for you. I will train you, show you, and co-pilot with you through the transition to become a coach generating $2, $3, $4, $500,000 a year in revenue that goes into your pocket. If you're a man or woman who enjoys helping other people, who knows that you can help small to medium businesses sell or market better, and in doing so change the life of other people, and get a lot of personal rewards out of that, then this could be the business opportunity for you. Now, if you're looking at becoming a sales coach, the reality is there are two choices available to you. One is you can take your experience, your knowledge, and your resume and start your own practice. There's plenty of room out here for all of us. As a matter of fact, my studies show that there's 6.2 million businesses in North America that could benefit from coaching. And as good as I think I may be, I can't get to them all at once. So you can build your own, but that's a phenomenon or a process that I've nicknamed getting ready to get ready. Or you could enroll in the Sales Coach Institute and start making money in about 30 to 40 days. You see, I believe that 74% of all millionaires report that they're entrepreneurs. If you have the entrepreneurial streak and want to get going, even if you only want to get going part-time, this is something you should explore. As you may know, I've been a sales acceleration coach for over 3 decades, 38 years to be exact. I've worked with over 5,000 business-to-business and business-to-consumer sales forces. I've coached thousands of CEOs, entrepreneur, business owners, and salespeople, and I've been a keynote speaker and a sales acceleration coach. My approach to sales process improvement has landed me on the cover of numerous magazines and has gotten me the distinguished award of being one of the 50 most influential men and women in the lead generation arena. I'm going to take this expertise, give you my systems, my processes, and my templates, and the coaching you need to become a professional sales acceleration coach. You see, coaches today have a conundrum, and I've solved that problem, and I'll share with you how you can solve it. The conundrum is, if you're a coach or a consultant, you can't bill while you're prospecting. You can't prospect while you're delivering, and you can't sell while you're prospecting. So you have a constant conflict for time. Most coaches and most consultants have no passive revenue. But one of the major components of our program is I'll show you how to create a recurring passive revenue stream. Nothing's nicer than waking up on the first of the month knowing that all of your personal and all of your business expenses are covered by retainers that your clients are paying you. I'm going to show you how to maximize the limited amount of time that you may have. And the real key to all of this is to become a fractional sales manager. Now, I coined that phrase as a result of understanding that most companies couldn't afford to hire me at the salary that I wanted, but they could afford to hire part of me. Candidly, my passion for aviation introduced me to fractional aircraft ownership, and that's where I got the idea of fractional sales management. This is a picture of my lovely wife and our favorite hobby, which is flying our airplanes around the Southwest. My practice affords me with the cash and the time to enjoy a lifestyle, which I hope to introduce to you. I don't care if you love flying, but I do care that you have the quality of life that you and your family desire, and we'll show you how to get that by becoming a sales acceleration coach. You see, the big problem that we solve is your market is filled with entrepreneurs in those small to medium businesses that never went to college to learn how to be a sales manager. They never went to college to learn how to manage and grow an entrepreneurial business. Consequently, their businesses lack systems for selling, for marketing, for hiring salespeople, for firing salespeople, for paying salespeople, for lead generation, you name it. They are then forced to do the best they can and hope for good results. That's where you would come in as one of our coaches. I'll show you how to build a client attraction system that gives you all the clients you want. If you want to start part-time, you can do that and not jeopardize your full-time employment. If you're ready to start full-time, you can do that. If you want to work 20 days a month, you can do that. Or if you want to work 5 days a month, you can do that. That's one of the beauties of being a sales acceleration coach. You can build the life that you and your family want without going through a lot of stress. And it's even easier when you have all of my proven templates, guides, CDs, you name it, all laid out for you in a fashion that enables you to implement these ideas quickly. Now, as you may have heard, last year in the United States, $15 billion was invested in sales training. That same study, published in Selling Power magazine, showed that sales productivity went down by 9% during that same time period. So clearly, the classic sales training business model isn't producing the results that businesses desire. This is where sales acceleration coaching comes in. You see, if they've hired the wrong people, sales training won't work. If they've hired the correct people, but they're paying them wrong, sales training won't work. If they've hired good people and they're paying them correctly, but they have a flawed lead generation system, sales training won't work. Our job is to identify any one of the 17 components of optimum sales effectiveness and show your client through our systems how to correct those. Now, as a coach, you hold your client accountable for implementing the systems that I'll teach you to implement. Now, as you may know, I started my practice in 1978. I scanned the classified ads. I applied as that interim or fractional sales manager that I talked about, and I was profitable my second month in business. Now, what I'm really proud of is I was generating profits. I had no manuals. I didn't even have business cards. I had a $10 per month answering service, and this was before there were PCs, so I had no PC. I was able to generate that kind of revenue and generate profit by going to the classified ads because the light bulb went off and it said, everyone hiring a sales rep or a sales manager or a sales VP has budget. They also have pain. So I was able to eliminate the pain and help them solve their problems by implementing new processes for less than they were going to pay a full-time manager. So everyone won. Fast forward to the 21st century. The same core concept still works. We've just made it a lot easier for everybody. Now, one of the things that we'll show you is the importance of managing first meetings. When you're involved with a client, the number of first meetings that are in their calendar is the first and most important metric. After all, no first meetings, no first orders. Now, I'm sure you'll go, gosh, Gil, that's simple. That's a duh. Yeah, you're right. But to your clients, that's revolutionary. So as their coach, you'll monitor the quantity and quality of activity in the calendar at all times. As a coach, you'll be able to drive that. Now, you'll also be in the position to help your clients understand that nobody sells anything to anybody at any time. I'm being repetitiously redundant or on purpose if they aren't at the magical intersection of trust and timing. You see, if your client has the trust of a prospect, but if the timing is wrong, they won't sell. If the timing's right and the trust isn't there, they can't sell. Our job as a coach is to help your client solve this problem, and it's a perennial problem, and all small and medium businesses have this problem. Our job is to show them how to solve this by implementing a closed-loop marketing system. If you're not familiar with that term, suffice it to say that the Aberdeen Research Group showed that when we implement that concept in our clients' companies, the top line goes up by 36%. So that's just one system of the dozens that I'll teach you how to implement. Remember, our formula is pretty simple. Everything in red is our core sales success formula. Opportunity volume times closing ratio equals sales volume. Now, closing ratio is where most traditional improvement strategies focus. Now, I've learned over the past 38 years that I can't make a man or woman want to be more successful than they want to be. So skills training won't impact that person. Also, I've learned, and I'm not trying to be cynical nor harsh, but there are certain God-given limits that we all have. and all the skills training in the world won't help someone overcome those DNA issues. For instance, as I'm fond of joking, I believe I would have played pro football if it weren't for my speed, strength, size, and jumping ability. Other than that, I had a lock on a linebacker's position in the NFL. So skills training has limitations. What has no limit, and this is where we focus on, is the opportunity volume that our clients work with. If our client is in a market where there are 10,000 demographically desirable companies, all 10,000 need to be in our client's database. If those 10,000 are driven, or the decisions rather, are driven by 2 or 3 people, then they should have 20 or 30,000 names in the marketing database. You'll find very quickly that your clients, prospective and current, typically have a very, very, very small subset of the number of names they need. So again, you'll coach them to go find names, and you'll introduce them to sources that I've developed over the years that can sell them names, which would then go into their marketing campaigns. Our success formula is we really look at both degree of TOMA, top of mind awareness, as well as skills training. But we really focus as coaches on TOMA, and the reason we do is that's far easier to control. Your clients will enjoy a relationship with you that's profitable for them because you're going to help them overcome the number one reason for sales failure, which is not being involved with the client when they want to buy. You'll have no pushback from a prospect if you ask them this question: would you sell more of your products or services if you competed more? If they say, of course, then you're on your road to getting a new client for coaching. Now, one of the things you'll learn as an enrollee in the Sales Coach Institute is how to avoid the new coach or consultant widowmaker. This is the cash flow chasm. You see, men and women with your resume, your background, and your experience have all started coaching practices, but 4 out of 5 fail within 5 years or less. And that's because they have to jump across that chasm to get to the side of new revenue. So they may have some savings, they start their practice, they spend an inordinate amount of time getting ready to get ready. They're not making money while they're preparing their products and their businesses and their manuals and whatever, but at some point they run out of cash and they fall into that chasm. When you enroll in the Sales Coach Institute, you don't have to worry about that. We will show you how to start prospecting using our proven documents, our emails, our letters, and our webinars before you attend training. So when you complete training, which by the way is all done online so you don't have to travel, you will have a funnel of prospects interested in coming on board with you. Now at some point, I'm sure you're asking yourself, what do I get when I enroll? Well, the most important thing you get is access to all of the intellectual property, the manuals, the tools, the CDs, the guides, etc. that I've developed over the past 38 years. All of the material you're looking at and much more has all been converted to digital format and is available to our coaches 24/7, 365 in a proprietary confidential learning portal. You will have the ability to write business immediately because you'll have templates for agreements as well as proposals. You'll have the ability to prospect immediately because you'll have canned prospecting presentations. We also provide you with a webinar to put on your website so that you can recruit prospects immediately, even before you start your training. So our goal is to get you up and running ASAP. Remember, everything's designed to help you get up and running and get positive cash flow as quickly as possible. So you'll be eligible to participate in confidential monthly coach calls. You'll get our Coach's Corner newsletter, and we will assign a master coach to you whose primary job is to make sure that you are successful. We find that this lack of a mentor or ongoing coaching is the weak link in helping a new coach get up and running. So our job is to make sure that doesn't happen. You'll have a CRM-ready sales process manual. Now what I mean by CRM-ready, take my documents, my flowcharts, my processes out of the manual, copy them, and put them right into your CRM system. So you don't waste time creating this. Just put your name where it says Gil Cargill, you've licensed all of my material, and you're able to use it in that fashion. Nothing could be faster and you're off to the races. You'll have scripts for first meetings, for presentations, for prospecting meetings. I do a lot of public speaking at Chambers of Commerce, Rotaries, and Lion Club, all to get coaching clients. I'll show you how to do the same. And many of those, and this I found out in my early days, not only will pay you a small stipend, maybe a few dollars of token money, but they'll feed you, so it's not all bad. You'll also have affiliate status, which will give you credibility and brand recognition. Our training program has over 45 hours of recorded training, weekly lessons. It's all self-paced. Move at whatever pace you'd like. But once again, your job is to absorb the information and pass the certification test. Once you're certified, you're able to list that on your website and promote yourself accordingly. Now, some of our coaches are working full-time in a Fortune 500 or a corporate arena, and they don't want to leave that cash flow or the security of benefits and health plans, what have you, but they do want to buffer themselves against the onslaught of the economy. If that describes you, then you want to take the path to be a part-time coach. And we have several different ways part-time coaches can build wealth, generate revenue, get referrals and clients, and not jeopardize their full-time employment. These are our profit builder groups. Each group will require about half a day per month of your time. You can refer business to us as an affiliate through our affiliate commission accounting software and get paid when your referrals buy, and there's no time involved on your part. Many of us do a lot of phone coaching. I do that to this day with clients coast to coast while I'm out here in California. And I guarantee you, you'll never see me in Minnesota in the middle of January. But I will coach clients in Minnesota in the middle of January from Southern California. We do a lot of virtual sales management where we're outsourced sales managers. Again, the amount of time you invest is up to you, but this can be done with little or no conflict with a full-time job. You could promote one of our online training programs called the 100% Club, or you could build a website and sell my products from your site and generate 30% commissions. So there are multiple ways for you to start part-time and or full-time. It's your call. One thing that I will do for you is give you a collaborative webinar. Now, this is a webinar that I record that promotes you, and it's something that you should put on your website because it is me educating your market to the need to hire you as a coach. So once again, literally before you've completed training, you can post this on your website, invite your market to come and understand how you could help them. And by the way, the title of that webinar is Nobody Goes Out of Business by Selling Too Much. And what I'm expressing to your viewers is that you can help them stay in business and thrive by becoming their coach. The earnings potential is a function of how hard you work. There are no guarantees. But if you only want to settle with 10 clients working as a fractional sales manager following my process, you'll generate $120,000 a year in billing for yourself. 20 clients, $240,000, 40 clients, $480,000. So the real world is very, very doable, and you will be able to do this with 2 to 4 hours per client per month, no face-to-face selling, and no face-to-face coaching. Now let's take a look at the industry that I'm asking you to join. The industry is doing about $15 billion a year in sales training. That's according to the American Society of Training and Development. Coaching is the second fastest growing occupation, and it's second only to IT. We know that there's 6.2 million small businesses in North America that can benefit from your services, and more of those businesses are forming every day as people realize that their career path is no longer secure in the corporate world, and they're starting all sorts of businesses. But once again, they're starting these businesses without an education on how to recruit, hire, train, and manage sales and marketing resources. Now, the coaching economy, the coaching business, is growing at 40% per year. So if you're looking at a place to go where your resume becomes more important than your net worth, this is the place to be. Now, many new coaches say, how do I get my clients? And that really is the most important thing we're going to share with you. We're going to teach you a networking system that will help you get a nonstop flow of new clients. Most cities have several chambers of commerce. You should join all of them and offer your services as a free speaker. Now, that speech is part of your training, and it's called Finding and Fixing Hidden Sales Productivity Obstacles. You'll have my PowerPoints, you'll have my handouts, and you'll have my scripts, and you'll have a recorded version for you to practice on. Nothing could be easier than to offer that to a chamber for free. That includes the Lions Clubs, Rotary Clubs, business groups, the peer consulting groups. If you have a convention center in your town, check out their schedule. You can go there and speak and even get paid. Job boards and trade shows are all ways for you to get hired. For instance, I post my resume on job boards as a VP of sales. When a company selects me or I identify that I align with them, I talk to the CEO. I've gotten a ton of clients by using this technique. Here's the method to my madness. Remember back in 1978 when I started? I scanned the classifieds. Now it's all automated. Put your resume up there. When one of those job boards says, here's a company that fits your criteria, don't call the HR department. They'll rebuff you. But go into a database, find the CEO, and contact him or her and let them know that you're available as an interim or fractional sales manager. You'll get business using that strategy. You'll also get ways to get business from local trade shows. Now, our program will show you how to sell coaching. It is a different sell than any product you've sold. It's a different sell than any service you sold. Because for the first time, you are the product. Now, we all say you got to sell yourself to get into an account, and that's true. But now, they're trading dollars for your time and your attention. Not your time and attention to get a product, but to get you. Now, the benefit of joining me is you'll be able to say with pride that you've been certified in the Cargill system. This gives you credibility right out of the chute. You're a known entity. People can Google the word Gil Cargill or the words Gil Cargill and see that I've been around for a while. I'm not a one-night flash. I'm not an overnight wonder. Consequently, by partnering with me and identifying yourself as a certified coach, you're getting much more traction right out of the chute than you'd ever get if you were starting on your own. And we can help you identify your client's pain with a proprietary document that I created called the Sales Effectiveness Planning Guide. This document is the closing tool. I give it away for free, and you can reprint it and give it away for free yourself. You'll have the license to do that. But what it does, it walks a prospect through identifying their pain, and the only remedy for that pain is for them to hire you. After this presentation, I'll send you a copy of that same document, and you take a look at it. Now, many coaches say, what kind of technology do I need? Well, you need a phone, web access, and a PC. I think a CRM system is very helpful, and you can work from home or from an office of your choice. Do you need employees? Absolutely not. I don't want you to look like the guy on the screen. Every time we've had coaches that hired a large number of employees, they've gone crazy. I run my business with 3 full-time employees, and that's about all I need to make the kind of money I want. Now, you're going to get support from us in terms of a marketing system. We'll train you to build your own marketing system, client management systems, planning systems, accountability systems, sales systems. I'll show you how to develop products if you have one in the back of your head that you'd like to get out on the street, and an IT system. Each of these systems is another component of your training. Now, our secret sauce is the Cargill system, and you're looking at a schematic of the Cargill Business Development Center. Your prospects will become impressed when they understand that you're going to help them build a similar flowchart, a similar process, one that is precise, one that is documented, and one that will help them achieve their goals. Now, many coaches say, well, I give them leads. From time to time, I may. There's no obligation on either side of our relationship to do that. But I believe it's more important for you to practice what you preach, and I will introduce you to sources that I use that help me get leads. Follow my system, and you'll have all the leads you want. Now, you can conduct any or all of our services. I'll teach you how to handle and conduct all of them. The 100% Club, offering second opinion interviews, managing profit builder groups, virtual sales management, one-on-one coaching, consulting, sales training, and paid speaking. Any one of those will produce a very handsome six-figure income for you. Your job is to mix and match based on your time availability, the attributes that you like, things of that nature. If you'd like a detailed explanation of how each one of those works, just give me a call and we'll spend some time with you on that. Your training will be conducted online. It's more than 40 hours, and you'll meet one-on-one with a master coach. You'll participate in monthly team calls, get our newsletter, and we will make joint sales calls with you and have rehearsals prior to big important calls. Now, I mentioned earlier that your tuition in the Sales Coach Institute is offered on a money-back guarantee basis. And it's actually a 2-year guarantee. Take all of my material, study it, use it, follow the instructions, collaborate with us, essentially do what you've committed to doing, and if at the end of 1 year you're dissatisfied, return the material for a full, no questions asked refund. But I'll go one better than that. Keep it for another year and use all of our processes and everything that we're talking about. And if at the end of the second year you haven't generated 10 times your tuition in terms of revenue from clients, we will refund all of your money and you will return our material. It's just that simple. It's in writing. It's part of our agreement. You can operate anywhere in the world where you can be understood. So for me, it's the English-speaking world. Remember, I coach over the phone and over the web. There are no other royalties, no other payments, no hidden fees. You're going to pay one tuition, come on board, and you're in business. You'll get your clients, you'll bill your clients, and they will pay you, and you own all of those relationships. Now, I can't really answer this question because obviously I don't know you, but let me give you the attributes of a good coach. He or she must have good sales success, good management success. They must enjoy helping people, be able to follow a system. They must be coachable because we're going to coach you to be more successful, and they must have a strong desire for unprecedented levels of financial success. Now, we work with the owners and managers of small to medium businesses. There's 6.2 million of them in North America. They have 2 to 10 salespeople, typically closer to 2. They're in pain vis-a-vis their current situation, and they're always looking for new business. They are hiring. Now, make sure you don't get involved with practice-killing mistakes, like selling yourself, not a system, operating without references, trying to build products and running out of time, networking instead of prospecting, operating without a plan, operating without processes, operating without products, or without leverage. The real problem is the clock is your enemy, and I'll show you how to beat the clock utilizing our tactics and strategies. You'll never be alone because you'll be part of our co-pilot program, and your master coach will be your co-pilot. He or she will guide you through every aspect of starting up and running your own coaching practice. We're going after that sweet spot of the small to medium businesses, and the attribute that we're looking for are companies that are in pain. We'll show you how to get a fast start by putting your resume on those job boards and offering free sales meetings and offering free speeches. All of these strategies will help you get off to the races fast and build a cash flow that will beat the cash gap. Now, I talked earlier about the finding and fixing presentation, and this is a presentation I will share with you. It is recorded so you can rehearse and replay. You'll get access to my PowerPoints. You'll get access to the handouts and workbooks that go with it. This is the presentation that I use to get most of my clients when I'm involved with public speaking. We'll show you how to build your practice, and we will hold workshops to do just that. So I've been speaking for quite a while. I hope I've answered most of your questions, or hopefully all of them. But if you have any questions remaining, feel free to call me at 310-447-4102. Or you can email me at Gil, at gilcargill.com. Your choices are you can do it yourself, or you can talk to me, or you can do nothing and hope that your circumstances will change. Good luck and good selling. And don't forget what Jim Rohn said, profits are better than wages. Wages will make you a living. Profits can make you a fortune. As one of our coaches, you'll be in the position to make a lot of wealth for yourself and build a life that you're happy with. So let's revisit the question that I asked at the beginning. This is your choice. You can build your own sales coaching practice, or you can join our program. Join our program, you make money right now. Build your own, you may get it going, you may not. But remember, when you talk to your prospects, it's not their people that's the problem, it's their processes. Good luck and good selling. I'm Gil Cargill.